The Minnesota House hasn't been able to agree on what constitutes a quorum to do business. So now it's in the hands of the Minnesota Supreme Court. Chief political reporter Tom Hauser is at the Capitol with what this could mean for a DFL boycott of the House now in its second week, Tom.
Yeah, Lindsay, the DFL boycott likely to last at least until the Supreme Court issues some kind of a decision. However, if that decision goes against Democrats or the court decides to leave it up to the House to work out their own differences, this standoff could go on for weeks.
All rise for the Honorable Justices of the Supreme Court of the State of Minnesota.
The Supreme Court could decide what Minnesota House members haven't been able to decide for themselves. How many members are needed for a quorum? Republicans say 67 of the 133 currently elected members constitutes a quorum. Democrats say 68 of the soon-to-be 134 members.
The question is whether a vacancy in either house reduces the number necessary for a quorum or whether the quorum number is static. Quorum does not change with vacancies in Minnesota.
Solicitor General Liz Kramer, on behalf of DFL Secretary of State Steve Simon, says that position is supported by plain language in the state constitution that says a quorum is the majority of members, quote, prescribed by law, which is 134. Chief Justice Natalie Hudson says that's true, but
your reading of the quorum clause is certainly a reasonable one. It's a plain language, straight sort of statutory interpretation. But it also seems to me that respondents' position is at least equally reasonable.
That argument by the attorney for House Republicans is that case law in Minnesota has determined what constitutes a quorum.
Different jurisdictions have taken different approaches to that question, but Minnesota has long since made its choice. It's the same choice made by both houses of the U.S. Congress. A quorum is a majority of the members currently sitting.
But justices suggest they might have to step in.
Because what we have is a co-equal branch of government that is completely dysfunctional, that is not doing the will and the work of the people of Minnesota.
Republicans say they can resolve the issue in the House.
The members of the legislature should come to the Capitol and do the jobs they were elected to do.
How do you get to, resolve it if you don't have a quorum to begin with?
Democrats say Secretary of State Simon should continue to preside until there's a legal quorum to elect a speaker.
In the absence of a quorum, the House will adjourn until a quorum exists.
So that could go on day after day after day. Is that right?
Yes, that is right, and it's already gone on day after day after day. And as usual, there is no timetable for when the court will issue a decision. That means there's also no timetable for when the DFL boycott might end. Live at the state capitol, Tom Hauser, 5 Eyewitness News.
Wow, Tom, you try to figure out what they're thinking by the questions they ask. What a situation.